Aquarius, the new moon in Capricorn starts the first of the year, January 1st, a few weeks before your birthday month. And this is a time to go within. This is a time to retreat. And the new moon on January 1st actually brings up a theme that we will weave in and out of for the whole year. Now, it doesn't mean that the theme for you this year is retreat. It's just before your birthday is going within and rethinking that which is important to you, as especially on your spiritual path. As Venus is retrograde in what's called your solar 12th house, that which is hidden, what is unseen. And what is unseen? Things that we can't see. It can be the spiritual realm. So rethinking that. Is it important? Is it not important? If it's important, how much time do I want to place? How much value do I place on that? And by the end of January, when Venus goes direct, and we are now in your birthday month, those questions can be answered for you. This is how much value I do place on being able to kind of get away from the crowd, getting away from the noise of the world, and go within. We have a phenomenon happening in February, which is called the North Node, is moving out of Scorpio, where it's been for 18 months, and into Libra. And the North Node in Libra, you're an air sign, Libra's an air sign, it's all good. But it's shifting the eclipse patterns, and it's shifting the pull. Wherever the North Node is, there's a pull to embrace that and learn that and experience that. And so the pull is towards travel. The pull is towards higher knowledge. The pull is towards understanding why you believe what you believe. And so there will be a pull towards that, which will be emphasized with Mars, as Mars, instead of spending 2 months in Libra, will spend 8 months, because it's going retrograde on March 1st in Libra, in the air sign, trine your energy, in the sector of your world that is saying put effort and energy into your belief system. What is it? Understanding that knowledge, higher knowledge, that makes the world function from a larger perspective, which is very in tune with the Aquarian principles ideals. What would be the ideal to know? What would be the ideal to learn? What is where do you want to travel in life? Whether it's mentally or physically. And put Mars's energy, put energy into it. Mars can also be antagonistic. It could mean that if you're working on if the low side of the energy manifests, then Mars and Libra can mean that you meet some troubles when you're argumentative people when you travel. What do you mean you had a reservation? I don't see one here. What do you mean? Get back in line. So it can be some argumentative. That's the lower side. But the higher side of Mars is that action and energy and putting effort. By the time we get into April, we have a lot of the theme that we started with the new moon in Capricorn opening up. April 15th, we have the lunar eclipse, which is finding balance between the knowledge that you use on a day-to-day basis, what you need to know to function in your job and all the little things that are important in functioning in life, and knowledge on the higher wisdom side, the philosophical. What are the principles that you live by? What's your own personal mission statement? And then the theme from the new moon in Capricorn really comes into light in mid-April, April 20th and 21st, when we have these planets in exact alignment. We have Pluto exactly square Uranus again. It's been square. It keeps coming back and forth. It's a revolutionary energy. But this is about your own personal revolution. We have Jupiter exactly opposite Pluto, expansion. We have Jupiter exactly square Uranus, independence and authenticity. And Mars is in the mix here, kind of the driving force of getting things done. Mars is antagonistic, as I said, but it's a driving force. And this, for you, what's your personal revolution? It comes from a spiritual awareness and also understanding where you can trip yourself up in life. Don't, gloss over that part. We're all human, right? We're spiritual beings living in the human dimension. And with that are our own foils. And there's that sense of understanding and transforming where you could be your own worst enemy in different places. And then also the revolutionary energy is in communication, communicating with others, making some change in how you communicate, how you get your ideas across. Or maybe it's a sense of not needing to have every single person understand, because some people just aren't going to get it. And having the distinction of when it's important for you to share your knowledge, share your wisdom, and say, they're not going to get it. It's not worth my effort. And then when you put energy into understanding the higher principles, like your own personal mission statement, beliefs that empower you, and understanding the beliefs in the concept of, oh, I believe it, not like simplistic, I believe this, I don't believe that, but understanding the hidden beliefs that we're born into, the hidden accepted doctrine, if you want to call it, of society that may or may not be true, and putting effort and energy into finding your own personal truth. Well, it might be true for you that, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but hey, I got an old dog and I can teach him new tricks. Your own personal, what your own personal truth says. And then when you do that, what happens is the opportunity is here in Jupiter, and the opportunity is in your health and well-being and the habits and rituals of daily life. And what does that mean? Is that you will find that you will be able to put into your daily life time to go do the things that you want to do. You'll find a way to get the routines of life down so things don't hang over you and create a hassle that takes away your time, that takes away your effort or your energy. It just flows, to find a way to flow with life. And we can't ignore the fact that Saturn stays in Scorpio for the year until the very end of December 2014. So the whole year, it's still in Scorpio, squaring your sun, especially if you were born sometime between the 6th or 7th of February to the 15th or 16th. You'll feel the impact of Saturn stronger. And that Saturn can be where we feel blocked. But if you work with Saturn, then even though it's work, even though it's effort, then you can feel an accomplishment. And Saturn is in a sector of your world that says, what do you want your life work to be? You're on this planet, you're alive, you have 24 hours in a day just like everybody else. What do you want your life's work to be? Whether you want to call it a career, whether you want to call it whatever it is, what is it that you want to be? And so it's asking you to be real about that and to be serious about that, to give it some deep, deep thought. Jupiter will stay in the house of routines and health and developing healthy habits and healthy, I call them rituals, things in life that keep things organized. And until the middle of July, and at which time it will go into Jupiter until the end of the year, opposite your sun. And so Jupiter will be shining as opportunity for your own personal growth and confidence and feeling deeper connections or opportunity to connect with more people.